Back. Hey, what's up? Welcome back to Media Mondays. I'm Cynthia Mallard here. Of course, always, again, every week, every Monday, we just talk all things media, whether it be television, radio, online, print, whatever it is, right? Whatever questions you guys send to me, right? So today's Media Mondays, guys, just a really good one. And it's not just for those of you who are in media or who aspire to be in media. This topic today, it really stretches across all professions, from children to teenagers to the older population, just everybody. So I'm really, really excited for you guys to hear today's topic and for us to discuss it, right? And for you to hear just kind of my take on this particular topic. But of course, we got to take care of business, right? So you're watching me on YouTube. Be sure to subscribe. Right here is Studiosetstage with me, Cynthia Mallard. You get all of this, all of my Media Mondays, past Media Mondays, as well as those Thespian Thursdays that you love so much. I get lots of questions on that also. And then, of course, my podcast, Studiosetstage with me, Cynthia Mallard, and my partner, Marq Dean. So now that we have that out of the way, oh, I can't forget, you also know you can email me, right? Studiosetstage@gmail.com. Again, email me, get at me, studiosetstage@gmail.com. And I'll get back with you. I promise you, promise. So today's Media Mondays, very quick, very straight to the point. So we're going to talk about, and I'm not sure if we have covered this topic before. I have received several questions about it. And I'm just getting around to it. Okay. So listen, just charge it to my head, not my heart. Okay. But we're talking about today accents. Ooh, right? Accents. How many of us in our lives, in our careers, just going through life, how many people have you run into who have had accents, right? Whether it be an American accent, European accent, African accent, right? Isn't that just the most beautiful thing ever? And that's the way we feel about it here on Media Mondays, right? Um, I am of the belief that it takes the entire world, it takes everyone to make the world go round. Yes. And it comes from when I was a very, small child. I had a best friend who was Hispanic. My other best friend was Caucasian from Germany. Yeah. I had another best friend who was from Africa. So it's I've been feeling this way all my life, right? I've always known that it takes everyone to push the world forward. You know what if the world was only made up of people who just sound like you and me? It'd be pretty boring. Some of you are saying, oh, that'd be great. I know. Oh, it would be pretty boring though. So guys, the question, and I always get this, Cynthia, I just really want to get rid of my accent. And they are from a different country. So they're wanting an American accent, right? And I understand this is media. This is Media Mondays, especially if you are trying to work in American media. I totally, and you're trying to be a person who is on camera or on air, or you're trying to follow possibly a voice. So I get it. I totally understand. You're trying to fit in, right? And you're trying to increase your chances of actually maybe getting hired to do that particular job. So I totally get it. And I totally understand that. What we are going to address, though, is the fact that you feel like your accent is horrible, that it's not worth it, that it is the worst thing that could have happened to you in your entire life. Let me tell you, I have been working in this business. I've been working television, radio, online, all of it, right? And let me tell you, most times, those accents is what gets you in the door. I know, right? You're like, no, yes. Um, there have been certain instances where people won out, opportunities because of how they sounded, because of where they came from, hired because possibly they could relate. to a European culture, hired because they could appeal to a Hispanic culture. So I just want to say, if you are so fortunate to be a person who has various accents, don't just throw them away. Don't just throw them away. You're like, I don't want to get rid of that. I don't want anybody to know where I'm from. Most times, guys, that is your golden ticket. Do you hear me? Wonka and the Chocolate Factory. It's your golden ticket. That's you. You're bringing your entire self. So, this Media Mondays, it's all about embracing yourself. We're talking about accents, okay? Accents and accents are indicative of who you are, where you're from, how you were raised, okay? I was told, and to a certain degree, I still get this. I'll go places and people say, "Where are you from?" Where are you from? And I'll tell them, of course, I have a varied background. My mom, Alabama, my father, Grenada, but and I'll try to do, both, say, still, where are you from? What region of America? Because it's not here, So listen, guys, that means a lot. I'll be honest with you, the way I sounded landed me in the most amazing, the most amazing jobs. Yeah. And it was something I remember growing up in certain areas and running into certain people, they would tease me about. But it's the very thing, guys, that allowed me to rise to the top, right? Cream rises to the top. So your accent possibly, oh, not possibly, it will, because it's you. It will catapult you to the top. You sound different. You look different. You move different. You feel different based upon your background. So I just want to say for this Media Mondays, I understand. I understand those questions from me, and I know you probably were not expecting this this response. But that's what Media Mondays is about. It's about, I'm talking about my experiences, and I'm talking about things that I wish that I would have known. I wish that someone would have told me in my whole career, right? Hold on to your accent. As long as someone, I can understand now, if you feel like you have an accent and people cannot understand you, then that's a problem. Then I can understand that. That's where I can work with you and get you on track. But just the notion initially, you're like, I just hate my accent. You're saying that you hate your culture. You hate those beautiful words. You hate the region where you come from. And in this business, in media, multimedia, where you come from, if it's somewhere different, most times that's a plus. That's a plus, because not only can you relate to possibly Americans, but you can relate to people outside of America, right? We do know that our success in life, I'm talking about global now, right? It depends upon you being able to relate to not just the person who's across the street, or the person maybe 5 miles down the road, or even 100 miles down the road. The bigness, the globalness, right? Depends on if you can relate globally, globally. China, Australia, Africa, the whole nine, okay? So listen, Media Mondays, embrace who you are, embrace that accent, embrace that dialect, because you never know where it'll take you. Okay. All right. Definitely. I hope that you enjoyed that Media Mondays. Be sure to drop a comment, right? And most importantly, share. And most importantly, again, be sure to subscribe. Okay. You're watching Studiosetstage with me, Cynthia Mallard. I love you guys so very much for just tapping in. Okay. Be sure to see me right here, same place, same time, Media Mondays with me, Cynthia Mallard, every week. Love you guys. Bye-bye.